She loves Chanel CC, designer belt GG, house full of models GG. How many bottles plenty? How many hating many? Run it up,
Hey, you guys, welcome back to another episode of A Little Kiss and Tell. This is your girl, Moneybags, and I'm going to have my co-host here with me today.
Hey guys, it's your girl, Tori_RX. If you ever need any type of haircuts or anything of that nature, please make sure to come down to RX Elites on 153 North Avenue Northeast. We will literally do everything that you need besides lashes.
Well, I'm Tony.
No happy endings.
Right.
And no happy ending.
You gotta set.
So you gotta set the expectations. That's funny. Tony G from King to Queen Talk. Follow us on IG, King2 Queen Talk. King to Queen Talk also on YouTube as well. I'm just happy to be. I feel like I'm at home at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm just happy to be home. You know.
Happy to have Tony here. Yeah.
But we have a special guest.
Special guest in the building. Thursday. Go ahead and basically just rep your thing. Like if anything that you have that you want to plug or anything, social media handles, businesses, go ahead and shout it out, babe.
My name is Thurzday. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter, pretty much all social platforms at THURZDAY __. If you need me for like a bartender, a model, promo, whatever, hit me up.
That would be wild. Let me hold on, let's make sure we no technical difficulties over here, y'all.
All good. So you said you model. You said you bartend.
Yeah,
All right.
model, bartend. I have done like a little acting, that's some TV stuff.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have some things in the works. So are you single?
Yes.
Are you taken? You know the ladies gonna want to know these things.
I'm single.
Okay.
Kind of I talk to somebody, but I'm single.
Okay.
So
Put it like that.
complicated.
Yeah. I'm always having fun with somebody.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
Period.
So ladies, make them aware.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So for today's sex position of the day, we have the butterfly. So for the butterfly, it's basically the guy lays down, he's sitting on his buttocks, has his hands on the bed or whatever, or the floor, and she's facing him with her hands back on his shins.
Knees.
She's on his knees or shins, yeah, whatever.
Or either one.
Wait.
Whatever you reach.
You might be a tall bitch, so who
But
knows?
basically,
She's facing me.
facing you.
Okay.
Her hands back on your shin or knees, and then she's just like butterflying her legs. Oh, I tell y'all, that drives a man crazy.
Okay.
Titties be in the air, and yes, it goes down.
Okay.
You just got to do it very slow and sensual. Like, yeah, they
Just
like
spell your name,
they
baby.
like that, y'all.
Spell your name.
Thursday probably like, what?
Yeah. I'm trying to put it into
That's the position.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did it.
Oh, okay. So she's more sitting down.
On him,
Got
but
you.
back
But
on her
that-
hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Grinding.
Facing
Yeah, sitting facing towards me.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's kind of sitting up too, though. So it's kind of, yeah.
That's why you got the hand.
Yeah.
Go as far
the
back
hand
as she want and
makes
just
sense.
be like,
Yeah. Do
Butterfly
that cursive
and
writing, ladies. That
so.
cursive writing.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay, so we like to start off with an icebreaker game just to get everybody a little loose. Y'all loosen each other up. Yeah, y'all got y'all drinks already, so that is perfect.
All right. I'm gonna start off with the first question. Do you guys shave your genital area?
I do. I'll say like once every like blue
What
moon.
you mean blue moon? Like 6 months, 5?
Really, it's just like it could be like once a year, maybe, or like let's say maybe like it's the summertime.
It's a year.
Yeah, I'm natural.
Yeah, that's a bit wild. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Normally not.
I'm a natural guy.
Okay.
I like to just let everything.
Okay.
Yeah, just be how it's gonna be. But if it's like if I'm finna go on a trip in the summertime, I may shave, but it's just like it just depends on if I'm trying to wild out or not. But usually I'm just natural.
Okay.
What about you, Tony?
We manscape over here.
Right, so he don't like hair.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of hair like that. So yeah, we definitely manscape. Because here's the thing. I mean, I want her to be enjoying you know, the situation while she's down there. You know, coughing up hairballs ain't exactly sexy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Depending on how drunk you are, you might fucking ignore it.
What? Very true. Very true. But, you know, I like to give what I like to receive in the way of I need you to be fresh and clean and we'll say groomed.
So fresh and so
And so therefore I supply that same energy.
Yeah.
Reciprocity is what we call it.
I like it because wax.
Now,
Listen.
now let's just say this.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little hair. Ain't nothing wrong with a little hair. Yeah.
Preferences.
There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of hair down there. As long as you keep that shit clean and it don't smell musk, then we all right.
Most of the
right?
time
Yeah.
it's gonna mousse.
Sometimes,
And that's-
not all the time. But I know somebody that was, and you know him too.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait
We
a
ain't gonna
minute.
talk about it.
A little kiss and
Talk
tell.
about after this. Don't let me forget
But
either.
you already know, so.
But
In the back.
Okay.
You like shaving or not, Greg?
Oh, me? Oh, shit.
You know oh shit.
No. I like to keep it clean, but it ain't like I'm shaving every week or nothing. But like, if I know I'm gonna make a good run or whatnot, you know, it gives you a little extra length too, so it makes you look good in photos.
I'm hollering. Okay.
Photos.
Right.
I thought that was the
Okay.
angles, but
He wildin'. Okay, so have y'all ever had sex in a hot tub?
girl,
I don't think so.
that just sound like
Yes.
infection.
I
don't
did
think
it.
so.
I
Yes.
ain't get no. I ain't get
For
no
the first
but
time, like
No
in
BB,
recent
no
years.
nothing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell my experience, but you go first.
I don't know how much I could tell. But I will say
All of it.
The-
The
answer-
Tell what you mean?
the answer is yes. And we did it like while the other people that were around
We're there.
were there but didn't even know what was going on.
Oh my god, that's probably
That's the best.
Yeah. So it was like if they would have turned around,
So what y'all saying?
So it sounds
is
like
y'all
public
wanna have
sex.
a little cabin trip?
Yes. Yes.
I was trying not to give details of that. But I'm just saying
That was
they
just
could have
so
turned
crazy.
around and seen it, but they didn't turn around, and it was like let's. But I will say like it's a lot more going on because of the water.
Yeah.
So it's like really you're just doing it for
The excitement.
the excitement,
right?
the thrill of it, but
Mhm.
it's like you can't even really do what you want to do, how you want to do, because the water is, you know, not your friend in that moment.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
I'm all for the thrill of it all. You know what I'm saying?
So when we did it, we were at an Airbnb, a group birthday trip or whatever, and
This is where we are when
who said
He said, like he was there. like he was in the hot tub. Hello.
Not on this trip, y'all. Okay. Anyway, so we were in the hot tub, and me and the girls had it was like three of us. We were like, okay, let's skinny dip. We never skinny dip before, so we did that in the hot tub, and then
in the hot tub.
it felt good, girl, because it was like a nice breeze. It was in California.
Okay.
So then a guy came out. He peeped what was going on because everybody else was still in the house, but it's like all glass. But you know you can barely see outside sometimes. So they didn't know what was going on. But he peeped the game. He was like, "Oh shit!" He started undressing, got his boxes off and shit or whatever. And it was a guy that I was like flirting with all day.
Yep.
So he get in the hot tub or whatever, and you know everybody's just like floating around and we talking and stuff and playing games or whatever. Everybody else dip, and then it's just me and him, and we start kissing and flirting or whatever, and then we start doing it. But it's like the water, like he said, it works against you
Yeah, it
because
works
like
against
it's
you.
the hot water too. Like it doesn't keep you wet down there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think no water. Like even if you have a
In a
if
regular
you do it
pool?
in the shower.
Oh, because I never
think
really
no
had
water-
shower sex.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
you gotta think about it. It's washing everything the fuck off.
Yeah,
Like,
so I'm just like, okay, this is getting
Shower
it was
sex
cool.
is more based on angles of like how you have her position and
how
how
the
you know
water hitting your back.
exactly.
you know,
I think it's
like,
attraction
you know.
also. How much you like them makes it
Or
like,
that too, yeah.
That too.
Yeah,
That's
for
true.
cause you can't have shower sex with everybody. Like
Yeah, be annoyed.
That's true.
you like, I just
what
want to
the
shower.
hell
Like
right
nah.
That's true.
Okay.
This shit is funny as hell. Have you guys ever ended up in a relationship via text?
What you mean by that?
Like, you kept in contact with someone via text. I mean, of course, yeah, you may FaceTime here and there, but like you never physically saw them, but then you was in a relationship.
That must be that new age.
I kind of had a situation, something like
Darren, you
that.
got something to say? Say it again.
Yeah, I kind of had a situation, something like that.
So you initiated the weed together, or they did?
They did for sure, type thing. And I was just like, at the time in my life, I was like, it was cool. Like,
It's whatever.
yeah, like I didn't, at the time, that's what I needed was just like something that's like long distance where like I didn't see them, but it was like we had that intimacy and connection, the mental connection. But it still ended, so it didn't matter.
Did you meet her in person prior to?
Actually, it was a guy.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
we just met through social media, and then I want to say like a year later, I flew out to Miami and we met each other for my birthday.
Remember. I
Oh,
remember.
that's dope.
They did. And he had a fucking blast.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's pretty dope.
I
I
was
went
like,
solo.
man, fuck
Aw.
him. But
So
yeah.
there was no letdown. Like you guys were able to build a connection prior to actually meeting, and then once you met, then it was like fireworks, y'all were all
No, I feel like it was like a good connection until like it was time to kind of like meet up, because I was kind of like we was kind of talking about like moving with each other type thing.
Wow.
Like,
y'all were
some
already
crazy
in.
shit.
Wow.
Yeah, we was talking about. I was thinking about like leaving Georgia and going down there and live and stuff like that. But then like when it came time, it was kind of like games being played, and then I kind of just I feel like it was financial. That's really what it was. And it was kind of like just maybe like talk.
Yeah.
So we met, but when I got down there, I want to say the first day I got down there for my birthday, we was supposed to link, but we didn't.
And
So
motherfuckers
again,
cheating on him.
I feel like it was just like games. So we did end up looking at the club, but it was cool, but it wasn't like, I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, nah.
Damn.
It was cool, but nah.
Okay. Yeah, because the question was kind of confusing.
Have you ever ended up in a relationship via text?
Okay, I have them. My last one was, but it's like we
Help us
dating.
understand.
Okay, I
dating
get
and
How
stuff,
did
but
that
it's like-
happen? Like, how does that evolve through a text message?
Cause like we flirted and stuff through text and talking about like how good the trip was or whatever, and he was talking about his
wait.
feelings.
Hold
and
on,
stuff.
hold on. So you didn't say that. So let's be back to that. This is the guy that you were in the hot tub with.
No.
Well, she trying to put A and B and C together. She trying to put 1 plus 1.
Okay. Go ahead, my
That
bad.
was years ago.
All right, my bad. Girl.
It's like
No.
you already knew this person, and now you guys are building a rapport.
Yeah.
And now through conversation, through text message, now it lands.
It's
with-
like you my girl, you my man.
Yeah, basically.
So who initiated it?
He did.
Okay.
And he was like,
What
you
you say?
mine and I'm yours. Like, we finna try this out. Like, da, da, da.
And
And
how
I was
long
like,
did
so
it
wait,
last?
do you mean we go together? Like, like I don't
Write
like
this shit
speaking in
out.
code and shit. He was
Right.
like, yeah. I was like,
Those sound like the men who propose without a ring.
oh, you better say something because clearly it didn't last. So
Ooh.
I'm not going
He love bombed you.
object.
Not
what that
proposing
is.
without the
What?
He love bombed
I'm
you.
saying that's what it
did.
sounds
That
like.
is.
That's what it sounds like.
What they say? I want to marry you.
Listen
I
to
wanna
what
be with
Thursday
you.
just
What
said.
you say?
He love bombed her.
And I talked about that on here.
Yeah,
Help
that
us.
and
What-
that.
What does that mean?
So I don't have like a full official definition,
Your
but
definition.
basically my definition is like love bombing is like when you meet a guy or a girl, but usually it's a guy that does it. He end up like things kind of like go super fast. Y'all go on dates, gifts, like sex is good.
He's doing everything you imagine.
Yeah, everything that seems like perfect, saying affirmations like we gonna get married, have kids, stuff like that, get a house, blah blah. But then it like, I'm gonna say like me, I feel like I have a rule within like the first 30 days, you'll know everything you need to know about like any guy. It's just on you to not ignore those red flags. But I promise you'll get every red flag within the first 30 days. Wow. So yeah.
Now, will
Okay,
you
first 30
accept the red
days.
flag if you really like the guy?
So
Because a lot of times it's
That's
not a
what
question.
we be going wrong.
So-
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
It's not a
yeah.
question if you saw the red flag.
Yeah.
It's like, will you accept the red flag?
Right.
So I got two answers to that. I feel like, so in my past, I definitely been like, oh no, it was like the first time, so it's cool, I'm gonna let it slide
Turn the
and stuff like
burgundy.
that. But then like now at 25, I feel like I need to stand on like, if you do anything, like you cut off. Like I'm up now. Like yeah, I'm not playing them games with you. Like because it's
Wow,
just
that's good.
that's all it is, just games. So it's like if I go off of that, I can eliminate that future like heartbreak or that future like, for example, like you chilling with somebody, you meet them, and then they go missing for like 24 hours type thing. It's like you can't think that it ain't gonna not happen again, and then it'll be like naive of you to think that they wasn't with somebody else or like just doing something shady.
But
So it's like that's
but
obvious.
But
like,
what if that person is like a true introvert, and what if they need their space, or what if it's a lot that's going on and they need to kind of like digress from just everything that's going on, because we or people just in general bring a lot, you know what I'm saying? So what if the person just needs a second?
you got to communicate that.
Yeah.
So
What if
Why
they
you can't-
suck at
why you can't-
communication?
Just say,
That's
You're
You're not my type of. You're not my type of person.
What if they
Like,
suck at
communicate.
communication?
I like a
You're not my type of person.
communicator. Like,
You said that's not your type of person.
Yeah, you're not my
if
type of
they can't
person.
communicate.
No,
Yeah.
that's not my type of person.
But do you think that you
that's what he
can
was doing too.
grow with someone that is over or that's not your type of person, and then you just learn them and learn their love language? Because sometimes I feel like that even though that person may not communicate on the levels that you want them to communicate on, as long as you learn a new system, I guess. Ooh, excuse me.
Sounds like you want me to chase them. I'm not chasing them. No.
Dig.
Whoever I'm supposed to be with, we gonna click. Whoever anybody's supposed to be with, you just gonna click. You don't have to question it. It's something you kind of like feel, and like yes, like it is normal for you to want space in like relationships and dating, because people, we all have lives and stuff like that.
Right.
But if we're being like honest, if you really like somebody, you're not gonna need that space. You're gonna want them to come over with
There
you.
you go.
So
That's what I be saying. Like,
See,
when
I
I'm really
would-
into somebody, I want to
into
be
my
around
niggas,
that
I need my
person.
space.
yeah,
I don't
like,
think it's that black and white. The
I
reason
think so.
the reason I say I don't think it's that black and white is because how you grew up and how you learned how to communicate
Okay.
may not be his way of communicating.
That's true.
Right? And so that's why it's called love language.
Right.
Because a lot of times you're speaking your love language, but you're not speaking their love language. And so it's like you're speaking English to someone who speaks fluent Spanish.
Yeah.
So it's not that
French,
they don't
that's
want
what
to
they-
learn English. It's
Anything.
that they have not been in the position in order to even have access to the thought of English. So all they know is Spanish. So what it is, you have to have discernment that says, I see something within this person that is drawing me to them. Is this a person that I could see myself relating to? Even though they have their flaws, could I see me connecting on other levels? Maybe they're not spiritually grounded, but maybe they're emotionally grounded. You know what I'm saying? So it's finding those points. Now, here's the thing. If it's not the person for you, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't believe we all come out of the womb communicating all the same.
yeah, that's true. We
You know what I'm saying? So you really have to figure out if that's the person, because y'all, I think I said this on the previous episode, like y'all came from different parents, you came from different households, you came from different ways of life.
Cultures.
Maybe, yeah, your cultures are different. Maybe you came from the suburbs and they came from Bankhead. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if that's your person, that person is going to do what they need to do in order to best serve you.
But a lot of times, to piggyback off what you're saying, is I feel like that a lot of us per se miss out on the opportunity
True.
to actually experience like true love only because it's based off of what we think is right.
Right.
And it doesn't look
and
like
it
how you
doesn't
think
look
it should
like-
look.
or it
Yeah.
doesn't
You
feel,
feel
like how
like-
it's
yep.
supposed to look. And sometimes I look at it like this: what makes me uncomfortable will always help me grow. So if it helps me grow and helps me see different things from a different insight, then I can say, you know, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I could do this, I could do that. But at that point in time, it's like, all right, let me kind of like sit back a little bit. I had somebody check me. Like, literally check me, y'all. Like, to a point where it was just like, what, you don't want me to talk? Like, you don't want me to check this shit? Like, hold on. He did this shit right here, and I was like, okay.
Well, like cut you off?
He cut me off completely, but on a solid level of don't fucking talk, don't say nothing till I get ready to say what I need to say, and I'm gonna handle this shit. And I'm like, okay, well, all right.
Shit.
And I literally, the same way you did. Like, I literally was like took a deep gone. Like, and I was like, okay. So then when he got in the car, he's like, I don't want for my woman to act out of character if she don't have to. I don't want for my woman to have to feel as though she need to fight because I don't want that. I don't want my kids to see that. I don't want this. I don't want that. And it had me in a different light where it was just like, okay, well, hold on. Let me rear the damn thing back on there. Hold on, maybe I need to look at it from a different aspect. And that's what I did. I looked at it from a different aspect. But for him, is how I would treat him and how we move. But for the next nigga, it's not how I move.
Exactly.
You know, so I just did what I needed to do to just, but it was cool because it was cute. Like, not like,
But
not
you
like
found
that you
out.
checked me.
You found out how to serve.
That I like
Lessons
that.
learned.
Yeah, you
I like
found
to be
out.
checked
Yeah.
in a sense where you're not telling me, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, you know, I didn't want that type of language to me. So the way he did
want to
it
be
was very
taught.
nice.
We want to be taught.
Yeah.
So we want a leader. We want a man that knows what he's doing, knows his way, trying to figure out his way, and very confident in it. So
Not saying that I didn't know what I want, but at
Yeah.
that particular time, it was just like, maybe I did need to understand what he was trying to tell me. Maybe I did need to understand the different aspects in life. Maybe I was looking at it from a different perspective where I was not trying to look on the outside in. Like, maybe I was not looking from a broader perspective. But now it's like, okay, so if a man do this, maybe I'm just fuck up.
You did that bad word that a lot of ladies out there say. You submitted.
Oh,
oh,
I don't think it's nothing wrong with
I don't find nothing.
I'm
wrong
just
with
saying, a lot of
submission.
it's a bad
For the
word for a
right
lot of
man.
women. It's a bad word.
Because when I tell y'all, I stopped in my
Listen,
tracks, it was
yeah.
like and the bitch was in place, and I was just
because you felt
and I was in
secure. When
I
you
was about
felt
to
secure
say,
and
you
safe,
felt secure in that.
yeah, then
With
you're going
that
to be
man.
vulnerable enough
Yeah.
to be submissive, and you know, y'all act like independent women can't be submissive, whatever. Okay, we're supposed to be playing icebreaker games.
Okay.
So, have y'all ever done cocaine?
Whoa. That is
This
fucking left.
escalated
No.
hella quickly.
Not even Pepsi.
Never.
I couldn't wait to ask that one.
Never have I ever. Now, I'm not saying that it has not been a thought in my brain because it's something that I just feel like it's just, you can't knock it till you try whatever, you know? I just hope nobody judges me. All I'm saying is it just never
said,
came
"Judge your
across
mama."
me where I would want to. Addictive traits running my family, so I just kind of kept stayed away from it.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I don't want to be addicted to any type of drug. I don't want to be a person who had everything and lost it. So I just don't want to be that person. So it was just
Those
for me,
people are out there.
It is.
Wait,
And
oh, you?
Yeah.
Me what?
Have you?
Did what?
Did cocaine?
Oh my, you not listening?
I've done.
Like eggs and all that.
Cocaine?
I don't do Coke nor Pepsi.
You?
Nah, I grew up with family members and even a step parent who was addicted to crack.
Oh,
Yeah.
So because I grew up in that, that's just not an option. And I've been in situations, even like to the point where you go into like repasses for family members' funerals.
Whoa.
And you walk into a room and you know they're like, "You want some?" And that was
Oh, no,
I
the
think I was
funeral.
like in high school at that point.
wow.
So it's like not that it hasn't been available, but because I grew up the way that I have, where I grew up with functioning crackheads. I mean, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So functioning to not functional, living on the street corner. I've seen it all. I've been the person looking for that family member on the street in downtown Atlanta. Looking, hey, you seen such and such? Okay, yeah, he's down around the corner. Go over there. You go around the corner. Sure, that's where he is.
Wow. Yeah, that's
And it wasn't because he
that
didn't
got
have
deep
a home.
real quick.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't because he didn't have a home. It was he was addicted.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, praise God, that same person who was on the street for 30 plus years now is making 6 figures
Oh my
sober.
God. That's a
So
blessing.
he came through and pulled up through it.
That's a blessing.
So
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna get to
No, I can say because it's his testimony, but like one of my uncles,
Okay.
like
That's
he
really good,
legit
though.
is making 6 figures as a car salesman.
Oh, that's decent. That's decent.
6 figures.
So
Clean
he
and
wanted to
sober
change
for-
his life.
Yeah, now
They
at
don't
this
all.
point,
They don't all be
They
one.
have to wanna
Yeah.
change.
they
you
don't all
have
be
to want
willing
to change for yourself, but that now sober like almost 20 years now. Yeah, but as a kid growing up, you know what I'm saying? I remember those days. Me and my grandma you know, and my other uncles going out to look for him. You know what I'm
I
saying?
have to bring him more.
Yeah.
We can talk about that. Last question. Have you guys ever had sex with a coworker? I did. I'm going to go ahead and tell my story.
Guilty.
Okay. No.
Oh, it just got a little.
Let's be real clear, okay? In my profession that I am in right now, we are all so focused to the point where I can't see myself. Like, I'm just not attracted to my bros. Like, you gotta understand that. Like, I love them all, like, to infinity and beyond. I'll do anything for them, for their kids, for their family. Like, it's just not, I can't, no. But where I did have the sexual encounters was my last job prior to my shop. I dealt with the security guard that was on hand. And yeah, that was a whole nother y'all. Because he knew where every camera was, we can go wherever we wanted to. Like, it was just the thrill of just getting caught. It was just lit. Like, it was, you know. But I knew that I couldn't have no relation with him because, first of all, he's a Pisces. I'm a Sag. You know how that go. So you already know how
Wait, that's a real
You
thing.
know how
My
they
ex is
go.
a Pisces.
Fuck your head up.
Pisces is trash, bro.
Wait,
Pisces
that's a
males.
real
I'm sorry.
thing.
But a Pisces to a Sag will fuck a Sag head up. Do you understand
All
me?
the way up. You hear me?
All the way up.
All
You
the
be
way
in a
up.
whole nother-
Nose wide open.
You be in a space where you just never thought that you could be in.
Wow.
But
The
I mean,
Pisces.
it was cool. I had fun.
She done preached the whole word to my
I did.
spirit.
Damn.
I had a lot of fun. Like, I mean, even down
That
to
sound
the-
kind of spicy,
even-
like,
even
and you know where the
down to
cameras
the-
and shit at?
You at home? I mean, you at work?
Yeah.
Meet me on the 6th
Ooh,
floor, and it was just like,
chill.
I gotta go.
Damn, so y'all was
grab
fucking
my
in
phone.
the work environment
Yes.
as well.
In the
Okay, so
motherfucking
never
work
done that,
environment.
but we did leave and go to the mall parking garage, and we did it there.
I mean, was it broad daylight?
Yes, and it was fire.
Somebody saw you.
Maybe they saw the truck rocking. I don't
It's
know.
on you, brother. Mr. Thursday, what you got?
What's the question again?
The question is, have you ever had sex with a coworker?
Yeah, I did once. It was I can't even remember, but I was probably like, it was when I was a little bit younger, maybe like 21, 22, but it didn't go good. After that, like the next day, it was weird shit. So,
Dang.
so I was like, never again will I ever mess with a coworker.
What was he doing?
Like, we was flirting, cool, friend, like very friendly, like prior, but then it was like afterwards, it was just like, we weren't talking, like he was just walk by. I'm like,
I don't like
Oh,
people that
like-
switch up like
No,
that.
'cause
I'm like, what the fuck?
Now, in your friend defense,
Mhm.
I walked straight past the nigga I was fucking every fucking
That's
day.
how
Y'all trying
you
to act
supposed to
too
do
hard,
it.
like y'all don't,
It's not acting too
not
hard.
trying to get caught.
I would literally speak to him like I would speak to somebody else and keep it pushing. If the next security guard
That's how
said,
you supposed to do it.
hello, it's me throwing my hand up, how you doing? And kept
So that
going.
was y'all normal behavior. Is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
So that one I
So
know
you just,
behavior.
we just wasn't trying to step out. That was y'all
It
normal
would
No,
behavior.
it wasn't on no behavior. Like we was like, it was more like a friendship for us to even get that far. For me to like go home with somebody, like we had to like really be like on that level type
Yeah.
thing.
No, we
So-
did, but I'm saying like in the work environment, you have to. You have to.
Because
Play
people
it off.
watching.
Oh, they
people
be
looking.
watching.
I mean, I was younger too,
put
so
two and two together, and
Yeah.
it just be like, how the fuck this bitch?
They used to
know?
always try to hook us up, and we
Wow.
was like, no.
I don't know. I'm just real big on motherfuckers not knowing my business.
Mhm.
And I didn't want nobody to know my motherfucking business. And if a bitch knew my business, I had
Especially
attitude.
not in the work.
I'll have a problem with that too if people knew my business.
I had a
but-
whole big attitude. So it was like,
He wasn't right. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
for this environment, it was like a small
got this
space,
different.
and we was
Very
like
small.
very like close, like in the same like area. So it wasn't like you could just hide,
Right.
Or like for example, like I feel like with your security, if y'all got different floors, he can be on a different floor and you somewhere else. Now with us, we like in the same room the whole time.
That's how mine was.
So,
And they got, I
it was just-
like,
it was just
nah, we gotta
weird.
Stop this shit, cause you
I
was
don't
in
know.
my face.
That shit kind of would have probably made it a little spicy for me. He would have just been
Mm-mm.
like, bitch, psh, and kept going and just
No.
You was
like,
falling
doing
in
my
love,
thing,
child.
doing
Like,
what I wanna do.
I'm just like,
You can fall in love and
we
have
could
a
not
fucking
continue to work, but like, no, cause he was trying to move it to the next level of like being together. I'm not about to work this close with you. Like, I have no escape from you.
Ooh,
I'm not.
I have a
You
You
question.
need your separation time from your spouse,
Oh, for
That's
sure.
your
true.
partner.
Sure.
You can't just be all up under each other. Goddamn, I go to work for 8 hours of the day, and I got to look at. He literally sat right in front of me.
Oh no,
They
what?
set us at these fucking
that's too
cubicles
much.
where
That's-
the
'Cause
wall
I
is
was like,
this
stop
fucking low.
texting me.
Yeah,
I'm
when
like,
I'm
you
at work,
messaging me and shit. Like, nigga, I can see you. Just talk. What the fuck?
Oh,
I have
no.
I have a question relating to this topic. So have y'all ever had like a work boyfriend while you was in a relationship with
I
someone
did.
else?
Oh, while in a relationship.
She said
Oh,
a
I used to work
name.
together.
She said a whole name.
So you've
Girl,
had a
I'm sorry. But we used to work together.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
We didn't work in the same department, but we worked for the same company.
Mm-hmm.
So when we worked together, we were in. Well, he claimed we was never in a relationship, but nigga, shut the fuck up, because we were. Like, so at the end of the day, like, we would get there together. He would either drop me off earlier, or he would get out earlier, and I would get out. It was just some stupid shit. He would bring the food into the refrigerator, put it in there, put it in a certain part, and I would go get it later, like clean the shit. I'd be like, "It's
Oh
in the
my
bottom."
god,
It
you
was
had a
just way
whole
too much.
thing.
But then he didn't want nobody to know that we was talking, which I didn't want nobody to know either, because I didn't want nobody in my business. So it was cool. It worked out. I am me. It'd be like I would be ignoring and exiting the shit out, block your number through the day, and then when we leave, we left in the same car.
That's a lot of work.
Wow.
It
How
was
long
a lot
did
of work.
how long did that stay like good though before
Almost a
anything?
whole year. The only reason we
that's-
stopped talking is because he said we said. So to catch everybody up, Jamal came onto the show like 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years.
He apologized for the things that he did or whatever.
Oh, we got to go back and look at that episode.
Y'all gotta go back and look at that.
What was that episode number?
So basically, it was like he pissed me off. He kind of pushed me, and I damaged his car, y'all. It was on purpose.
They was
but
toxic as fuck.
I was
y'all.
angry.
Jasmine Sullivan.
It was.
I
Bust the windows out your
Yeah,
car.
but I didn't bust the window. I just damaged the whole fender bender down to the door, all the way to the back.
I'd rather you
Gas
just hit the
tank.
window. That was a whole lot right there. Just hit the window.
If it was off of one kick. So I'm not saying that I'm
Lord.
proud of what I did. I did pay for what I paid for it. I'm talking about financially paid for it. I didn't pay for it in any other type of aspect, because I told you nigga fuck still. But anyway, at the end of the day, like, I paid for it and I did the right thing, what a Samaritan would do. I did what I was supposed to do. So I felt like that you don't need nothing else after that. Like, nigga, you smashed my arm in the door and I fucking kicked your shit. Like,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they was
that-
on some
see, you
toxic
left some
shit.
stuff
yeah,
out.
she did. She should have started with
But-
that.
Right. You should have led with that.
but the whole
Yeah.
thing was, he knew I was in a toxic relationship before that, and I used to get hit. So
And now he's
I was
And that's why
abused.
women, I don't
So I
feel
just-
like y'all should share that shit with me.
I
And
just-
that-
Yeah, you shouldn't
I
share
think they
anything
like
from your
to
past
hear that shit and be like,
relationship.
oh,
I
I
feel
I
can't
won't no
take
more,
that.
but I did think
Yeah.
he was not ever gonna do that. But then he's
Right.
when he smashed.
But we gonna talk to
I
the
don't-
girls out
I don't
here,
care
like,
about
that's
the whole world,
crazy.
because my relationship now is nowhere near that. He would never
Yeah.
put his hands on me. I don't ever look at not saying that Jamal put his hands on me, but he literally was in a different space where he didn't give a fuck. Like, and when he smashed my arm, it triggered me. So I literally stumped my ass up 16 steps. And I went to his car and whoop. And then after I kicked the fucking car, it was over with. Like, he's like, oh my God, I can't believe she did this. You need to tell your insurance that you did this. I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm not doing
What
that.
you did.
I can chunk my change that I got to you, and I'm going to cut you the fuck off, period. And I ain't talked to him since. That's how
Until
that
the podcast recording that we had. But anyway,
Yeah.
y'all, back to Thursday. So Thursday, why do they call you Thursday?
Cause it's just my name. It became like I don't know. It's just my
Is that
name.
your favorite day of the week?
No, it's not even my favorite day of the
I was about
week.
to say something must have happened on
Something.
Thursday.
On
Friday
Thursday.
is my favorite day of the
Mine
week.
too.
Is it?
I was born on a Friday. Yeah, girl, I love
Definitely
Friday.
going on Thursday.
But
That's why I be
since-
like Friday every Friday.
But since COVID, it's like time don't really exist no more.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
like,
you been Thursday before COVID.
yeah, I became I mean, not COVID. I became who I am today, Thursday. At like 21. I've always been kind of like just known by that name. And yeah.
How did you get discovered? Like to be, you say you're in different films.
I have done some TV stuff, yes. Basically, I'm gonna say I got like, let's see, how can I say this? I'm gonna just start somewhere. I'm gonna say like 23, right? I feel like that's when like I became like more like socially, I had more of a social presence.
Mm-hmm.
It started out with me just like just living my life. I go out all the time. Well, I used to go out all the time, different clubs and like partying, and then just throughout the community, just meeting people, going to pride events, stuff like that. And then I want to say, just me, just like
Plug
being
your other
myself.
page, friend.
You said what?
Plug your other page.
Plug my other page. My business page.
He got his other page is Thurzday Therapy.
Okay.
Y'all, so he mixed drinks. He is a licensed
Mixologist.
Mixologist?
Yeah,
Okay.
mixologist.
So he has these little cute little parties that he throws.
Yeah.
And he has hookah and then like, you know, special guests and stuff like that come out. It's
I
really
love
But that ain't how I got started though. Like that's
Okay.
just like something that I just that's just kind of my passion that I ended up finding. Like
Okay.
But basically came popular through just partying, got known. Then I like post like wild things, I guess people would say, or provocative things and suggestive things.
Provocative is our middle name.
Yeah, so like I like to like wild out and have fun and just like I like to just live out loud and I normally like just showcase like everything, like my good days, my bad days. And so then I want to say I did like a music video with like one of my friends who's like a underground artist, LGBT underground artist. And then after that, it's this dude, William the Baddest. He got a song with Santana. I did a music video with him. And then like after that, like a bunch of like blogs, like with him, everything was like official. So like all the blogs and stuff was like posting it. So I got tagged everywhere. And I ended up joining like a promoter group. So I basically was able to get into like all the clubs, partying more so doing that, and then just basically climbing up the social ladder through that. And then I want to say after that, I end up doing like it's a network called like I really don't even want to say it because I don't support it no more.
Okay.
But
Okay. Then you ain't got to.
Alright, so I basically
true.
did this little dating show.
Okay.
It was a fool.
Okay.
Because it was like I didn't even know what I was doing. Like I was 23. It was like I feel like I honestly got like taken advantage of. It was like I was naive. So it was like, come on, we're gonna go on a dating show. So I'm thinking I'm finna just go and like just be cool, cute. Like I'm not there to fight or nothing like that. It's just, I'm gonna get paid and have a good time.
Right.
But I ended up getting there. It was like drama. It was just a lot of like I found out like how TV works and like,
So it's actually on the major network.
it is. I don't know if it's considered a major.
Major.
For the LGBT community, it is a major network. Say that, yeah.
So we're gonna say it's a major network. Okay.
Yeah, I'll say that for my community it is, because when it got posted, I think I went to like my lobby to check the mail, and the clerk was like, "Hey, I seen you." Da, da, da. I'm like, like where? And he
Sound
said,
major to
I
me.
was like, damn, like, well, I hope you like it, But it was just like. I feel like the producer was kind of like trying to take advantage of us, kind of like sexually, like not sexually, but like exploit us. I'm put like that, exploit us, and like.
And that probably is most reality
a real
TV.
thing.
Is it too hot to handle?
It's not too hot to handle, but it's just.
You gotta see it. Thursday held his own. Honey.
Yeah, I can hold my own, but it's just like I just didn't know. Like it's my first
Watching
time,
that.
so it was my first time, and then I ended up getting into like a fight that I didn't know I was gonna get into,
Oh, okay.
and then I basically became like the highlight of the show.
Oh shit.
And then after that, it's just kind of like been like up.
Yeah.
And then like now I'm just then when COVID happened, because everything closed down, I had just got my bartending license. I had been wanting to kind of like do it. I have always been kind of like in the hospitality industry and like serving and stuff. Ended up getting my license. COVID happened. So I was like, damn. But then I was like, I need to make money.
Yeah.
So like I want to say maybe 6 months into COVID, I kind of like started doing little events, like little house parties, and I did like my first 3 events for free just to like get my name out there and like just fuck with the people.
Yeah.
And then after that, I started charging people, and then now I have a business and an LLC called Thurzday Therapy. I host like private, exclusive fab events where you can get cocktails, hookah. I normally hire a photographer, so you get professional pictures.
Okay.
I normally hire a chef. It's a different like menu every time.
Oh.
I'm very hands-on with everything. So like when it comes to food, I'm not serving bullshit.
Okay.
Like it has to be like stuff that I
A
eat.
foodie now. Hold
Yeah,
up.
like it has to be like stuff that like I eat, and I eat out like every day. So like
do
it has to be
too.
like my vibes. Photographer, chef. I usually have a plug there. You should have like somebody like doing edibles or something like that to kind of like fit in there. I normally have a hookah guy, hookah girl.
When's the next event?
That's the thing. Everybody been asking me about that, and I really need to do one like next month. But I've been kind of like nervous. I don't know. I've been shy because I haven't done one in a few months, and I just been kind of like I don't know. Like I just been in my head about it. So
Like, what part do you feel is the most difficult about it?
So when I remember when I was doing events, it was just like people would play games, and I would hate that. Like, okay, I will say this: all my events have been successful, and it always turned out good. But it's like that stress of being the event planner.
Oh,
like,
it's the worst.
And
I'm
folks
not
telling
even
you they're
gonna
gonna come, then they don't come.
Yeah.
And it's just like I'm tired of all that.
Yeah, the event planning part is difficult as fuck.
I would say just kind of like look at it, and this is for anybody out there that's listening. Look at it when you are planning for something. Don't expect too much of anyone to do anything.
Yeah.
You know? And then that way you just plan for it. You tell them what you're going to do, what the itinerary is. And then if they show, they show. If they don't, it's whatever. Don't hold it against them because I do know people that hold it against them like, oh, I don't fuck with them no more. They're not my friends no more. Like, no, don't look at it like that. At the end of the day, people will support you to what they can afford. So if a person cannot afford to support you right then and there, don't mean that they can't afford you the next time go around. You know, and I know that you look at it because you want your friends, but it's mainly strangers who will support you bigger than
And
that is what ended up happening.
Someone who will, you know, that you just expect, you know.
Sure.
Because even during some of the times I was pregnant, I would just send them the money. I know I'm not coming. Like, but I know that it's the space that he can get to somebody else.
Exactly.
Still got the money for it. Like,
Yeah.
I would just support because I'm happy that you're doing what you're doing, and I want to see you grow.
Right.
And I want to see you be
And support
bigger
you.
than what you
Yeah.
think that you can be, because everybody deserves to be on top. So,
Yeah, I would say like the first event, I did take kind of things like personal when people didn't show up or didn't like come through the way I expected them to. But then after like I want to say like the third and fourth, I was kind of like, it's cool, like because other people showed up instead, so like it all worked out in the end. But just that initial, just leading up to it, it just be super stressful.
Because you think you need your people, like at least y'all can help fill the room, you know, like because you don't know if But I feel you.
Well, this is a little kiss and tell. So, have you ever found love at one of your events?
Ooh, good one.
No, I keep professional. No,
Okay,
I'm
so
not trying to talk to nobody when I'm working. Like,
Okay.
I'm trying to get paid. If you-
Because I mean, you getting all the attention. I mean, I'm sure all the guys are looking at you. You know, because you're the one throwing the event. It's no different than a guy and women seeing a man, you know, in that position. They're going to be looking like, okay, that's who I need to talk to.
Right.
So
also my events they be a mixed crowd, so it'd be like everybody can come type thing. But but I don't try to talk to people when I'm working. And usually like I always kind of like got somebody low key, so it's like they probably the security guy or they probably like my cocktail server.
Somebody
around,
real close nearby.
So you gotta stay on your P's and Q's.
Yeah, so it's it'd be like that. But usually though also like I don't know, type of guys that I be into, like I don't know, they just I don't know.
I was about to say because we do want to talk about like when was the last time you were in a relationship and why did it end?
Okay, so last time I was in a relationship was last year.
Okay.
It ended 2 days before New Year's, this past New Year's. Why did we end? I think we ended because it was a bunch of reasons actually. Like I got cheated on. I did stay. Tried to work it out. We broke up a little bit, got back together type thing. But I think it was just a lot of like, I don't know.
Was it like the back and forth that you were tired of, or
Because
It was that, but I don't feel like that was the final straw. Like I don't want to say what the final straw is, but it's like it's something like, okay, I'm gonna put it like this. So basically, we went all the way to like 11 months, and then I had like shared something with him that was like just like personal, and he didn't take it well, and he made me feel uncomfortable. So I feel like because of that, it was like and then afterwards, like he said that it was cool, so we still talking, and still dating, but then it was just like certain comments and just like stuff just was like weird. Like
Like you would throw it in your face or something?
not throw it in my face, but just like
The vibe was off.
yeah, just you
like
just
it
know
wasn't
when
the
things
same.
is different. Like you
Yeah.
know,
So
like,
you
when
could you
somebody-
couldn't trust him with your vulnerability.
Yeah, oh yeah, I
That-
definitely
and that's
no
important.
longer vulnerable.
Like,
He
I don't like
took
that.
that from
I didn't
me.
even get that out.
He
Yeah.
took
like
that
that.
Because I
from
mean,
me.
it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight. It doesn't
That's
matter.
important.
You want a safe space
Yes.
in order to communicate your feelings
Exactly.
and your
Yeah.
thoughts. And if you don't
And-
have that, then it's going to lead to destruction.
So
Right.
I guess, what do you guys expect for your safe space to be? Like, because for women or for myself, if I tell you something and we're talking about it, and then like 2 weeks later, a month later, you throw it up, I'm never gonna fucking tell you anything. I mean, like,
Ever.
I'm never, ever. Like, it's to a point
Yeah.
where it's gonna be like, bitch, fuck you, fuck what you think, fuck how
Noted.
you- everybody here, noted,
Yeah.
that type of stuff. Like, it's gonna be like, so what would be a safe space for you as far as like if you want someone
Like, what does my safe space look like?
to
So my
accept
safe,
your vulnerability and you be able to accept theirs as well?
so I don't even let people in. I'm be honest with y'all. I ain't trying to let nobody
What's
in.
your sign, babe?
I'm a Libra.
Okay.
I'm not with the bullshit no more. I ain't trying to be friendly, none of that. So it's like,
Have you
I ain't-
have you healed?
Yeah.
no, I'm still healing.
Yeah,
I'm
see
still-
that
I'm
that's
still
the key.
That's
That's the
Great
key.
question,
I can admit
You have
that
to heal.
I am still healing, but
Okay.
I would say like me thinking outside of my healing process. My safe space would be like if I'm able to just talk. I should be able to talk about anything with my partner. Be and like whatever it is, I shouldn't be made felt uncomfortable. I definitely shouldn't get repeated to nobody else. And it just should be like no issues. Like the way I'm able to talk to like let's say like my grandmother and I'm able to tell her like whatever, I expect like my partner to be able to
Handle
talk
that
like
and
that.
talk
Yeah.
to me. Yeah.
And then with also even with partner or friend too, like I'm kind of like a blunt person. So like if I can't even like talk to you how I want to talk to you, or like well not like how I want to talk to you, but like if I can't talk my normal way, I don't even want to deal with you. Like if you're like because sometimes I can say things that may be like but if you like know how like I am, then you know like I'm not saying it like that. It's
and you
just-
make me
you're-
feel
yeah.
away like
yeah. And then I also will say if my partner feels like I'm talking to them while it's okay to like let me know like hey.
So you
said
be
that.
open to like
Yeah,
the
I'm-
uncomfortable parts of it, like all, but okay.
Yeah, I'm open
Just
to a
communicate it.
conversation. Just don't go crazy on me. Well, don't gaslight me because that's
I
a
hate
lot that goes on.
gaslighter. Ugh. Yes, that's a thing. That's really a thing. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so what are your thoughts on like the DL community? Do you feel like that's still like a thing where it's like just? I feel like at one point in time it was like a major thing where you heard it a lot, but it was still on a hush hush. Do you still think there's a lot of DL men who are scared to come out and like really face their truths?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow. And are they all married for the most part?
Sheesh.
I wouldn't even say that.
Jump.
They're not even married.
I wouldn't.
just
That
jumped.
seems personal.
Jump from.
I want to be the married ones, and they be like,
Nah, I wouldn't.
Right. That was a jump.
I wouldn't say it doesn't
No?
matter if they're like married or not married. It's just
Alright.
like the person. Like it's just on them as an individual. It has nothing to do with like certain like. There's nothing you can say that like would make someone be DL. If that makes sense.
Right.
Like,
Right, because I was going to ask, is there something that could be said that could make a person comfortable revealing that type of information?
That's a good one.
Because I feel like people,
They feel
I
like they
mean,
gonna
now
be
here's the
judged
thing.
or
I
something.
don't know the answer to this, but I'm just saying, like, we do see that people are ostracized, criticized, based on their sexual preference, right? And I may not even word that correctly, so forgive me if, I sound ignorant, for lack of a better word. But is there anything that can be said to a person that may be conflicted or even maybe know what they want, but maybe they're scared? Because I feel like at this point, everybody has a family member that's gay. Like at this point,
Or bisexual.
everybody has somebody that they know that is close to them, or at least
A growing
in your
community, it
vicinity.
is.
you don't know
Yeah.
anybody. You're the gay person.
That's
But,
funny.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
funny.
You know what I'm saying? So
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
so that's what I'm saying. Like, is there anything that can be said in order to make a person comfortable from your perspective? Is there anything that could be said that can make them?
No, it ain't nothing you can say to somebody. It's something they gotta do on their own, and usually it'll come from someone that they don't know. Like it's never
Every
gonna be
time.
a person that you know, just because of that fear of how they gonna react and stuff. And like, I'm losing my thought right now. The tequila hit me.
No,
but yeah, it's nothing.
but they feel comfortable in that space because they feel like you don't know me, so you can't really judge me.
So I would say like somebody probably does know and probably have talked to somebody. It's just someone that like could be from another city or something like that. It would be like that, but I would say ways though you can show someone that you're like okay with what they got going on is to simply like just be cool. Like, so for example, like if you ever done said something like homophobic or something like just wild, that person never gonna ever feel like they can talk to you because you kind of done showed that through your friendship that you know got something negative to say about people that look like film or whatever, stuff like that. So basically just being cool, being a friend, and let's say like you do got a friend who kind of like show like signs or like say like things or move in a certain way that's kind of like that's gay. I would say like just don't say nothing about it. Like just keep being cool. Ignore it. If you do that, they'll feel more comfortable and it'll just keep coming through, and then before you know it, like it'll kind of just be like either super obvious or like it'll be kind of, or they'll just come to you and talk about it.
Should you ask?
So I guess
Nah,
the,
I wouldn't ask.
No, don't ask.
I guess so. I guess my question is
Don't ask unless something is like super like just like
But
in
I
your
mean, to
face.
you, like if it's your family member, because I have
And that-
cousins.
and this is
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Depending on how close you are. I would say depending on how close you are. Like, yeah, depending on how close you are.
I guess my next question is like, is your family like okay
Supportive.
or supportive? I would say not okay, but
So
supportive with you being a part of the LGBT community. I don't have no problem with anyone in my family. And like you said, it's kind of like one of those things where you just wouldn't quite say nothing. But are you wanting for your family member to ask you so you can clarify
That's what I
whatever
would
it
say
is?
that,
And
yeah.
that's just some form of support from them.
right.
In that type of aspect.
Well, I'm gonna give you two answers. So speaking from right now, I'm not out to my family. So it's like, yeah,
Oh.
I'm not out to my family, but that's only just because I just kind of feel like
Don't do that.
they probably wouldn't support it. Maybe some people would. I don't know. But
Well,
then
we're your family, so we here, so we got you.
Yeah, I
Everybody
appreciate you for
watching.
even being on this platform today.
yeah.
Wow,
And-
that
I mean,
takes a
because
lot of
it
confidence and
does,
like,
yeah, because
bravery. Like,
some
wow.
people don't get that support. And how does that
Aw,
make you feel?
thank
If you feel
you.
like so what if your family did support you to the levels that you thought that they would not? How would that make you feel?
Right.
It would make me happy. I would feel definitely like we probably be closer actually,
yeah.
because then I'll be able to like share my life and share like my dating experiences.
So do
Stuff
you
like
think
that.
you have to give that opportunity? Because a lot of times, just in general, we don't know how to approach that because maybe we never been, clearly, you know, we never been in your situation. So it's like, so how do we know how to approach a situation if we've never been there? So sometimes it takes the other person who's actually living through it to say, hey, this is what I'm going through. And I know it takes a whole level of vulnerability.
Yeah.
Even in, you know, if you even think about a spouse, no matter you straight or gay, whatever, but even to reveal information about yourself from a past relationship, you know what I'm saying? It does take a level of vulnerability, but you have to give people the opportunity in order to say, hey, I love you no matter what your lifestyle is. You know what I'm saying? But you won't know that unless you take that time to let down that guard, but it will take you to do that. You know what I'm saying?
So I think and feel like in a perfect world, yes, that's cool. That would be nice to be able to give people chances to love me how I want to be loved. But in the real world, like in the black community, that's not a thing when it comes to being gay. So it's like if you really, if anybody in your family really supported you, they would come to you first and say, hey, I love you no matter what, blah, blah. I wouldn't need to come talk to you about that. You would come to me and let me know. It's cool.
But you said don't ask questions, though.
Yeah, don't. Just come to me and say, hey, I love you and I know, blah, blah,
That's
blah.
them
Stuff
just
like that.
assuming.
It's not
That's them assuming that they.
But,
Right.
But I'm going to say this, 9 out of 10, if you think somebody is, they probably is. So it's not like.
Not all the time.
No, I don't think that's fair.
Like we had bad judgments at times,
Yeah.
and I'm like, damn, they not. Oh, I thought they
No,
was.
they just told you that they wasn't. I don't know. If you thought it is because for example, like my father, I never thought he was gay. So so I feel like when I think of like a real man, or I'm not even gonna say a real man because I don't wanna, because you can be gay and still be a real man. But like I'm gonna just say my idea of what a straight man would be. It would be like my father, and like I don't see nothing or ever think anything gay about him. My grandfather never think nothing like that. So like with certain guys, like when I look at them, I know for a fact like I just look and be like, oh nah, you know what I'm saying? So
But wouldn't that be the definition of DL?
yeah, but
I'm just saying, like, if
yeah,
that's
but
how.
me living in Atlanta, I can clock things like that. Like you can just tell, like you can see one of your big booty homeboys walk through the room. Just watch.
Big booty.
Just watch.
Wait.
Fine, my bad. Or just fine.
Wait.
Just fine. Like if you got a guy friend that has like a big butt, send him through the room and just watch on who looks. They can tell you that.
They look at his butt.
You can go to a guy's Instagram. I probably shouldn't say this because they probably be like, damn, I'm telling everything.
No, I'll tell it.
But, like, get your friend, like one of your gay friends or whatever, go to his Instagram. If he has any gay followers, he's gay. Like, that's how I feel.
That's what my gay friend be doing. He be like, I tell him somebody I'm interested in, wait, let me see how many followers we got alike. And they be like sometimes 12, 10. I'm like, what?
Oh, because the friend is gay. He can see who has mutual friends.
Yeah.
Like so usually people always come to me.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I don't
people,
know, my gaydar be on and off.
yeah, people usually like come to me and they'll see me. They be like, go to the press page, see what they got going on.
That's
I've
wild.
seen a couple people.
Yeah.
That's
wild.
Please tell me.
So what's the number? Like
I was about to say,
sometimes
what
they're
if
like
they
in the
following you
industry
and
of
you ain't
like
following them?
acting or singing, so it's like you may come.
So
across-
something like that, if they're like, if they got a platform and they got stuff going on, then you can't judge them off of that.
Okay.
Because it's like they got, because anybody can follow them.
Right.
But me being in the community, like if you know someone that's local, so like if I go to your page and if it's like certain people that I know, kind of like,
So
you
certain
gotta,
followers.
you gotta know them type thing for them, like to, you know what I'm saying? Like for example, like, so okay, you met me today, right?
Yep.
So if you see me, like let's say you see me out with like, I'm not gonna use anybody, but let's say you see me with somebody,
Okay.
Joe.
Joe.
Joe
You're gonna
Daniels.
be like, what you doing with him? Or either you see me follow him, but let's say he has no other like gay followers or no other followers like that, but it's just me. You're gonna be like, it's something about that. Like, well, you may not think like that, but it is something like that because it's like, well, why would we follow each other if he's
But
straight?
see, I
I'm
think
like
that's
this.
why.
How
That's
how
why
we know each
straight
other?
men. But can I-
Damn, so it's both sided.
Like how we know each other. Especially if that person follow back. I'm gonna say that if they follow back and that, yeah, like
But see,
what's the interest? Like
here goes the thing though. Like for a straight man, like I would like to think that I can be cool with anybody, right? But that would turn me away from being cool with someone who's gay.
If you're thinking
even
that.
the gay person feels like if I'm at least cool with you
Right.
or friends with you, then that means something more.
You like me more than
I think that is what will perpetuate people being homophobic. Because it's like if that's not your lifestyle, it's like, well, why would I associate with that person then? So it's like, but I'm sure there are a lot of people that are, gay that don't want that type of perception.
Right.
Where it's like, I just want to be cool with you because you cool.
Right, you cool people. Like, I see you as a person.
I think
Like,
that will happen whether you're straight or gay. Anybody you follow, they're gonna be like, oh, y'all fucking around, stuff like that. So I don't think that will make you homophobic. I think if you're comfortable with yourself, none of that's going to matter. The same way I have to wake up every day and be comfortable with what everybody think, you should be comfortable enough to be the same way. And also, like, if that's your friend, if that's your real friend, it's not gonna be a problem with anybody think because you're gonna say that's my friend, and most likely you have some type of history to back that up too. Like, we went to high school together. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a grown ass man and you making friends with a random nigga in Atlanta, that's weird. I don't care what the fuck you talking about. That shit is weird. And I'm not saying you can't have gay friends, but it's just like, what y'all doing? Like, I don't know. It's just
that
like,
would make me not want to have a gay friend though. Like,
because it's the way you make the friend. Like, if you just hit me up randomly saying let's hang out, stuff like that. Like, even if you're not gay, that's gonna come off as gay because it's like, why you hit me up out of random?
To hang out.
so
we don't know
I'm
each other.
just because I'm securing myself. Let's just use this situation, this scenario. I met you here. I feel like you're a cool dude. I say, hey, you know, it's cool. You know, I'm not gay. We can be cool.
And
We're
That's acceptable though.
yeah, like I'm
because
supporting whatever movement you got going on.
yeah, but that's
Okay.
a normal situation. But because it's not random, like we met through like other people. But if you just happen,
What is random? Like just going through Instagram and just
And
Right, that's what I'm
DM?
trying to understand.
Like,
yeah.
what's
Okay.
random?
like
Okay.
random
Yeah, what's
is
the random
random
is
is I don't know you and I'm approaching you talking to you. That's random.
Oh, okay.
If I'm walking out of the barbershop and let's say like
Yeah, I don't do
and
that.
let's say prior to us having this, and let's say you didn't know I was the person that's gonna be here. If I just happen to come in right here and then you trying to talk to me and give me an Instagram number, something like that, that's DL vibes.
Because let's
That's
be
suspect.
honest. Let's be honest. We did not introduce y'all before we got onto the podcast.
Right.
And when he basically introduced himself as like, oh,
Yeah, I
it's a
didn't
guy,
know.
not a girl, like
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll see the reaction.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna be like, wait, what?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that Thurzday is a cool ass guy. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
No matter if he was to date a female or to date a male, like I guarantee you when his birthday roll around, because our birthday's gonna be together, we're
Come
gonna
on
go
now.
ahead and tell that now.
Come on
We're
now.
gonna go ahead and plan this, and we're
love
gonna
it.
have the nice little shebanga bang.
Shebanga
Come on now.
So Thursday will be there and he'll be around, and then they'll just see like.
Yeah.
Thursday, I didn't invite you on here to like exploit you or anything like that. I want people to be aware of the things that are going on within the community. I love you as a person and a human being. I love everything that you do and I support everything that you want. So anything that you want to do, like I'm here for that shit. Like when I say I'm here for it, y'all, I'm literally here for it. It makes me happy to see him happy.
I love it.
And I want for him to be happy with everybody around and outside and inside, wherever you are. I
And you
just
want people to
be
appreciate
happy, and I
him
want
for
people
him.
to
Yeah.
appreciate
No
him.
matter, because nobody asked me if I was gay or straight.
No, we did not.
So it's like,
We I'm like, is you single or no?
yeah. So you want to.
It's like he
That's
said,
funny.
I'm taken, but we never said, well, is it girl or guy?
Right.
And I'm not saying that it's wrong to not do that, but at the same sense, I invited you on here because I do want you to allow people to be comfortable with who they are. You know, whether your family see this or not. I hope this does not turn any tables for you.
I'm gonna say this. So now I am grown. I'm 100% independent. So like, it wouldn't matter how anybody feel because I pay my own bills.
Period.
But I would
You
like
gotta
to.
let them know.
Right.
Nah, I'm just being real. Like,
Yeah.
oh, and I was gonna say the reason why I never came out or like did before is just because my grandmother is like very like religious. So like just like growing up, growing up, I already know like she don't seem like she with it. And then with everyone else, I just they have never gave me any like bad vibes really, but I just kind of like just group everybody together.
Okay.
And then
You're an amazing person, though.
and then I will say like, can I give a little story real quick?
Yes, please.
So-
we love story time.
So I never told this story like to the public or whatever.
Oh,
but
okay.
so in
We
high
feel special.
school, we finna take it all the way back to high school. Like
Okay.
2016 is when I graduated. So high school, I used to be straight. I was straight all the way until like 11th grade. And like, yes, I did. I have always liked the guys, but I wasn't pursuing them or talking to them. And I stopped dating girls when I went to college. And but in like 11th grade or like it was 12. I met this guy. He went to a different school, kicked it, hung out. It was nothing serious. Like I was young, nothing like that. We just hung out, went to school. We hung out for like a week or two. I went back home, you know, living my life. And we had mutual friends. And then like one day he had like these girlfriends just started hating on me. I don't know why. And they was just like saying little
Fuck them bitches,
subtweets to
wherever
me
y'all are.
online.
Right.
Yeah, they were saying little subtweets and kind of like hinting at like that they know like me and got something going on. So I was just like, damn, like what the fuck, like. But so I just kind of like paid it dust because I didn't want to engage in that and like it be like a thing spilled out, you
Right.
know. So I'm like ignoring all of it. I'm texting him and he like, oh, it's nothing, da da da. So I think I like basically didn't talk to him, and then like I want to say one day I'm in class. I remember it was culinary class. I'm in class, and I get a notification on my phone, and it was a Twitter profile that followed me, and it was like, it said my name. It was like such and such is gay, and then it had a picture of me and a guy, and then I'm like, oh. In the fucking classroom, and then like I swear, like I hear like notifications like going off or whatever.
Like the movies, like
Yeah,
the
that
movies
sound like
be
a whole
doing that.
movie.
That
Like,
really be
people-
happening.
Yeah,
People just
and
be
like-
blasting the
Somebody write your
text.
movie. Hopefully they pick
so
this shit
That's-
up.
what
oh,
they
that's
did was
scary.
they followed everybody. Like everybody they thought like knew me or like they basically followed
So
everybody in
whenever
the
they
surrounding
posted it,
school
everybody
area.
could see it.
Yeah, so they followed me within like they followed everybody that was like in the school setting type people or whatever.
Wow.
So everyone's like seeing the name and then they see the picture and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I got caught basically.
I got caught.
But so
Not you got
then
caught.
like so that's going on. I'm in the
Hashtag
classroom.
got
Everyone's
caught.
like looking around. I just like I ran out of classroom crying. Like it was crazy. And then I went to the principal office and like I was saying like who I thought it was or whatever. And I was like basically like they bullied me type thing.
Yeah.
And the principal basically didn't do nothing. They like kind of like talked to me and somebody else to like
Oh,
kind of like
wow.
stop posting or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But it wasn't them that did it. It was definitely one of his girlfriends, I'm sure. Because they had only got the picture like from him.
Okay.
So basically like that happened, and then like to sum the story up, like after that got posted, I kind of like instantly went more like viral type shit to where like I'm known now like at all the West Georgia area schools like Villica, Carrollton, just Douglasville, like everywhere. And I want to say everybody just started talking shit about me. The friends that I thought I had, like prior to once they finally officially knew, it was like they talk about me now. Like it was like I had a friend that was on the football team.
Fuck y'all. Okay.
We were good friends. Grew up like throughout, school, coming up together. He online talking about me, and like so I didn't respond to everybody, but to people that like person knew, I'm gonna respond to you because I thought it was cool. So that's
Right.
why I personally have a problem with you. So we ended up going back and forth. We get into it in the classroom, pulling up. We get into a fight. The whole school pull up.
Oh my God.
They videoed it, and then
Whooped his ass.
I'm gonna be honest, he broke my collarbone. Mind you, I'm just a regular as
He was
kid.
somebody from the football team too.
Yeah, he's on football
Oh,
team. Yeah,
Lord.
so I'm finding a football player.
It
I'm
sounds like
just-
he got some stuff he need to work out within
He do.
himself.
Yeah,
He
this
might
is
like-
a
Yeah,
lot,
I
honey.
think it sounds like.
And I'm sorry
he
you
got
went through
something
all
to
of
tell
this.
the
That's a
world.
lot.
Because
That's a
why
lot.
else would you be that
I'm so
upset?
mad,
Yeah, like why would you
yeah.
be so mad?
That's so true.
It was
Yeah.
a few football players that was just like mad. Like I don't know if they felt like maybe I
wanted you.
don't know if they felt betrayed or something, or I don't know what it was,
How
but
did you play football? They wanted you.
Well, the person he had a scandal with.
Me and,
was on the
like-
football team.
No,
no. That person
No?
don't even
Wanted
play.
him.
He
Oh,
was
he
with the
wasn't?
school. The dude I got into it with went to my school.
They wanted
Clearly, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
because you ain't gonna be mad about something
Because you
that
too
don't affect
mad. I thought they
you.
were
Yeah,
protecting
like if
their
it don't have
friends.
nothing to do with you,
Like,
you ain't gonna
no.
be mad about
Saying
That's
that.
a lot.
Yeah. Pulling up.
That's
Like,
extra.
you have to feel
So
like that's
yeah,
gotta stand
that-
your
Pulled
ground.
up
That's a
to
lot.
my house. He actually ended up he slammed me like 2 times, but the second time he slammed me, it broke my collarbone, and so I had to go to the hospital. Basically deal with that, and then like at that point, like since I went to the hospital, they asked me what happened, like police and stuff to get involved and whatnot. But so then like everybody was like, I go to school the next day or like whenever I went back, everybody was just like, oh no, don't press charges. Let basically like telling me to spare him because he got a scholarship. He need to go to school.
Fuck his scholarship.
Da-da-da, stuff like
Fuck
that.
him.
So
Fuck all of
And
that.
I guarantee you, he probably like niggas today.
I don't know. But
Period.
So
The fact that you that mad, it sounds like you might like niggas.
It was too much.
Sound like you got something to tell them.
That was too
tell the class.
much.
I
Yeah.
ended up I did let them talk me into like letting it go, and I was just like,
man.
because it was just kind of like it was just drama like every day,
You whacked
and I
as fuck
basically
though
was
for
beefing
that.
with like the
I
whole
swear I wish I
school
was
about
in
it,
school with you.
and yeah, I only had one friend, my female
we
best
would've
friend,
been cool.
her name's
Fucked up.
Petra.
You hear me?
That was like my ride or die. Like when I got friend with him, she put her mates out, and she
Thank
was like,
you, Shell.
everybody at the end of
Yeah.
that. But so that happened. I ended up letting it go. I didn't press charges and all that. I didn't tell him like what happened or whatever. But then he ended up still talking shit about me afterwards. And he was like online calling me a fruitcake, stuff like that.
Oh
Like-
no.
So
He like you.
I wanna
We about
say-
to.
Yeah, it's given like
It's
you're
given
picking on your
Your love
a
of your
crush.
life, right.
You picking on a crush in school, like that's
Doing
that's,
love taps.
yeah, it's like you giving
why
love taps
are you
to a
still
girl.
so
That's-
bothered?
Yeah,
The
like
fuck?
why are you so bothered?
He wasn't
Yeah.
even
So then after that, I'm gonna say like we all went out to school. I mean like to college and stuff. Went our separate ways. But then he ended up I'm not sure how it happened, but I heard it through word of mouth. He ended up getting fucked up like playing football or whatever, to where like he ended up getting into a coma and
Damn.
and being like on life support. I'm not
Karma.
sure.
Damn.
I'm not sure what his full aspect got going on,
Karma
but I
don't
know
fuck
like
with
I know
nobody.
he was in there for a while to where now like he looked different, can't really like talk the same type stuff.
Wow.
He might recover now. I don't know. Keep up with it. But I
Ooh,
was
that's
looking at it
karma
like
for
I was looking at it like
sure.
that. Yeah, that's how I was looking at it.
Yeah.
But in the midst of that whole situation,
Mhm.
like I ended up getting into it like literally like with everybody. Like everybody just had a problem for some reason about my sexuality. Like everybody was just joining in, like just joining in on social media stuff with it. So these dudes from actually I don't know who it was at first. These random people from like Villa Rica pulled up on me to my crib. I don't know how they got my grandmother's address. Pulled up on me. They sent me text messages like, come outside. They called me like the F word, like just saying all types of stuff, try to get me to come outside. And
What
like,
the fuck?
yeah, and they got phone number out. I don't know how, but then so like I got all this stuff. So I ended up, I think the next day I didn't go outside because I was like, these people crazy. Like I don't even know how y'all even got here.
Right.
Next day I go to work. I was working at an ice cream shop. The people pull up to my job. They pull up and like I guess they told everybody the schools where I don't know. So they pull up.
What the
They're literally
fuck?
camping out at the place. Like it's literally packed in there because people are waiting to see a fight. Like once I get off or whatever. So I ended up calling like at the time I was dating a girl. She was cool with like my sexuality, like we talked about it, stuff like that, blah blah blah. But basically she pulled up her sister boyfriend, like somebody
Everybody
else.
had your
So,
baby.
so basically, like, they came to fight, like type stuff. So it was like they want to fight, we finna fight about it.
It's like
And
what? So was this like a rinky-dink small town?
It
or
was a small
something?
town.
Like
It was
what the
a
hell
small
is
town.
going on? Like why
It was
everybody
a small
wanna
town.
fight? Why am I the popular news on the whole village? God
It
damn.
was a small town.
That's wild.
But you pointed out something that I think we should highlight for those people that could find themselves in similar situations where you knew where your village was. Right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
pointed out the girl, and the girl knew who had your back.
Yeah.
And
The
so,
guys and
yeah,
the cousins,
I didn't
brothers.
even know the her sister boyfriend, like but he just came like they was like, we all together type stuff.
I
So
love
but that's what I'm
that.
saying. I think
Yeah.
it's important for everyone, no matter what your preference, whatever you have going on, find your village.
You need it.
Because when you find your village, what you find out is that people are going to love you unconditionally. And though it may not be about your preference in, who you want to sleep with, it could simply be them aligning with who you are as a person. And so if you find people that are connected to you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all the other stuff, they'll just say, that's who you are, and I accept you for who you are. But ain't nobody gonna play with you, because if they playing with you, they playing with us.
Don't play with it. Don't play with
You
it.
know what
Don't
I'm
play with
saying?
me, don't
So
play with me.
I think it's
Don't play with
important
me.
for everyone to find their community.
Yes.
And now you gave us context as to why you weren't as open with your family, because
yeah, I
really
couldn't tell them at all about it.
that's why I said healing, and I didn't even know your story.
Yeah.
So I think just from the outside looking in, I think that taking the moment to actually heal, from that, because that is trauma.
That's a lot.
That is a lot of trauma.
That's a lot.
I
Oh my
think-
God.
And I want to tell my mama so bad, and like they're like these people are bullying me at school because like my sexuality, like that's like, cause and she even asked me, she was like what's going on, but I couldn't never say like that. What the real reason was, I was just like they just hating on me type stuff, but it's because they was mad because I was gay, and
No, he did.
Well, my
She-
thing
well,
is like they
she
should have
didn't say
did a
nothing.
little more
But
research.
but sometimes
I don't know how to say it.
I'll say
Come
this.
on,
I'll say
like-
this, and we're gonna conclude the episode. What I will say is, no matter how bad you want to explain you, right? Do it. No matter what somebody makes you feel like, you can tell people, and you could be a story for the next person.
Right.
Right?
Mhm,
So
that's true,
if you
so.
don't, if you hold it in, you're gonna deal with those traumas by yourself, and you never know how many people
Right.
are plethora behind you.
Embrace you.
Yeah.
Everybody will make sure that you are cool, who need to be behind you,
Yep.
and who need
Yep.
to stand behind you. So at the end of the day, if a person is making you feel less than, don't allow them to. You stand your ground. I wish I was there with you. I promise you, because this shit wouldn't even went down. All of us would have been in this bitch
I love
throwing
it.
hands.
Yeah.
Okay. So and then at the end of the day, it would have been like, you gonna accept my friend for who my friend is, and that's how you gonna leave him. Okay. So now I guarantee you, when they see you, they love you. They love everything about you, because guess what? You stood your ground from day one. You was who you were. Don't ever give up on who you are. What you feel like that you are, you step out and you step above, and you make sure that you are the best person that you can be. Because if a person tells you that you are less than them, they need to reevaluate themselves. So we're going to let that stay there. And thank you, Thursday, for coming out.
Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you, Thursday, for
And
being
we
so
definitely-
vulnerable
No,
today too, boo. Thank you.
We'll bring him back on for everything.
Yeah,
in
for
the
sure.
run. But at the end of the day, hopefully next time that he comes back, he done told his family,
Come
and
on.
everybody knows
Aw,
everything.
yeah.
And they
Good
embraced
luck
him
with
in the
all of
process.
that.
Yeah.
Because listen,
Good luck with
if we
that,
gotta
for
be there and we
sure.
need to bring them on the set, we will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to understand that. We
Okay.
will, because I don't want you to ever feel like that you by yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody should ever feel like they in this world by themselves or leaving out of the world by themselves. I want you to understand that even though we're here, I'm here, I brought you on here because I want the world to know, right? I want the world to know who you are. You are an amazing person. You give everything
Yes.
above the sun and beyond. Your family deserves to experience that.
Oh, we enjoyed you here today, babe.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Oh, yes, y'all. So we will be sure to tag everybody here today. Thank everybody for being here today, sharing their thoughts and everything, and being so vulnerable as well. Shout out to our videographer Phil in the back, working with us through late nights. You know, like we put in overtime.
Everything.
But y'all know the spiel, so just make sure y'all are sharing, subscribing, leaving a great rating, liking, commenting,
page
all
out,
of that.
y'all.
He said he got
We
a
got
joke.
a joke, but make sure y'all doing that stuff. Share.
Make sure you share a little kiss and tell.
Oh Lord,
What
what's
did
his joke?
Cinderella do when she got to the ball?
Clack them motherfucking heels. What
She
did she do?
gagged.
Oh, shut up.
Oh Lord, I cannot, y'all.
And on that note,
On that note, we wrapping it up. Peace out.
Face down, ass up, waiting for me. I'ma show you pretty ass that you've never